Get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And getting this just shy of midfield, spotted at the 49. They'll take that, 14 yards on play number 1.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Short throw here, the tight end Bates.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Cut. 180.
Gibbs straight ahead. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Goff now looks to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
180.
Now gone. Raises one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And he rips that one incomplete there.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pin it off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, yellow. Let's go, Eddie.
Ball again. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And check down complete to Hall.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. That's caught right side by Worthy.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Come back.
Back to the ground with Hall. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
After the interception, here's Goff. To the left side, he finds Toussaint.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Now Goff. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he stopped immediately there.
That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Straight ahead is Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second and 5.
Here we go. 180.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now it's gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. To throw is gone. And he's taken down. The Chiefs sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
180. Value 3. Value 3.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And taken at the 46. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's downfield. He's got Taylor. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Goff now to throw. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
From the gun, here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Super one.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Goff. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down, Lions.
Whirling.
Here's Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd and 7.
180.
Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. 43, 43.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. 2nd half starts with a run by Hall.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. To the right side, complete to Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Yellow. 15. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Paul want to give up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
At the Lions' 41-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
Hey, yellow, go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Yellow. What's that?
On play action, it's Mahomes. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Black 20.
Play action. It's Goff. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, 79 yards. And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets into the 42.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Mahomes now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Attack, attack! Yellow!
They'll give to Hall. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Fire down these two, fire down these two.
Mahomes going to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Shreds the tackle. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
120! Hell, you won! 2 for 1.
Now Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Cut! 180!
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 46, here's second down and 7.
180!
Goff now looks to throw. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Logan Wilson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. So here's a 3rd and 14.
That's a gain of 4.
Now Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 85 yards. And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Lions 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's gone. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there. A big one.
And the Lions first down. A 39-yard gain on the play. And the Lions
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line.
120.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Elijah Higgins, 27 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
Goff now to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Looking middle, he finds Rose.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second down and 8. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. This pass out wide to Hall.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Third and 5. Back to throw. Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a give to Hall. Room here to run. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now second and 5. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, here's Hall. But he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And the 10-year vet knocks it to the goalpost, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This is first and 10. One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. This ball intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously